Good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're from watching the PFL here today. I'm Ped, and I'm back again. It's been quite a while, so good to see you all. The last time we touched base was February, so a couple of months have gone by, and hopefully, you're all here for the ride. Today, we've got a good day for you. We've got a good day of games, and yeah, it's the Euros. We're here now with the European competitions. The World Cup not too far away. We've had the qualifiers recently. Today, though, we have a very, very good day of games. Up first, we have the current second-place team in Group A, Germany, taking on fourth-place Norway. So we have a quick look at all the brackets here. Now, please admire the effort that has gone into making this screen possible. So I've tried to cram every single screen. It might be difficult to see. I apologise if that's the case. But Norway has a lot of teams competing. As you see there, there's 6 groups of 4, so 24 teams. Lovely stuff. We've got in Group A, Portugal, Germany, Russia, Norway. In Group B, Switzerland, Holland, Sweden, Italy. In Group C, Spain, San Marino, Romania, Israel. In Group D, Wales, Ukraine, Andorra, Belgium. We have then Monaco, England, Finland and Greece. And France, Ireland, Denmark, Lithuania. So there's a lot of variety in this competition. As far as that comes, if we look at Group A, where we're going to be making most of our attention today, first of all, we have Germany versus Norway. Now, that spot's actually still to play for. If you see there, Germany on 4 points with 1 win, 1 draw. Russia, 1 win, 1 draw on 4 points as well. Norway with just 2 points with 2 draws and 2 losses. So if Norway can find a win here, then they can put themselves above Germany and put themselves into second place. And then it comes down to how the Russians get on with the Portuguese. And that other side, essentially what happens there. If the Portuguese beat the Russians and Norway beat Germany, then Norway should go through with second place. And then I think it's the same situation again where the best third place teams go through as well, as always with Moe in his competitions. So that's good to see. And, there's a couple of other groups that are going on as well. Obviously, we have Group B, which is Switzerland, currently top in the group. 6 games played, 10 points. They're finished with their group run, 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Holland, 5 games played, 10 points. So they're looking to get 1 win, 2 or 1 draw point to put themselves above Switzerland, which I think will probably be possible. Sweden with 7 points then. They've got, 2 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. They're probably going to be one of the better than third place teams who are going to qualify. Italy haven't done very well. However, they did end up in what looks to be a group of death. They've ended up, 4 points there, so unfortunate for them. Group C, though, you've got the Spanish leading the charge, 9 points, 4 games played. They've got 2 more to go as well. They've basically lost 1 game, 1 free. San Marino doing well for a team I wouldn't expect to do well, to be honest, in 7 points there. Romania on 4 and Israel on 3. Wales top in their group, haven't lost a game, 5 wins out of 5 games played against. They've got Ukraine there with 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Andorra there with 2 losses, 1 draw, 1 win. And then Belgium there, who've not won a single game, probably haven't played. Maybe they have played, they're just not very good. Group E then, Monaco, 10 points, top in that charge. England in second place there, 3 games played, 4 points. Not great from the English side. I suppose, they've still got 3 games to go, so let's hope they can get, 9 points. But as you know, England aren't great when it comes to these sort of competitions, despite having probably one of the best teams in the world on paper. Finland, 3 games played, 2 points, 2 draws, 1 loss. Greece, 2 points, 2 draws, 2 losses. So a bit movement can happen as well. Group E. Group F, France unbeaten, 9 points, not surprised. Ireland, 4 games, 2 draws, 2 wins, 2 losses. Denmark, the same scoreline, 2 wins, 2 losses. And then Lithuania currently, unfortunately, have lost 4-0 3 times, which probably means it's default losses, which means Lithuanians couldn't field a team. Which, yeah, I'm not really too shocked at that news. We're waiting for the teams to go live. I mean, as we do, we can have a look. I haven't got a screen for today because basically what's happened is I've had to reset my PC, which means everything was up in arms. I didn't even have OBS downloaded until about an hour ago. So we've got everything through together quite quickly with you today. I do need to get some IEMs for these streams. I hate how the headset sits on my head. That makes me look fat as anything. But as you can see, so we're going to go with Norway versus Germany here in this game. On the Norwegian side of things, then they played a 3-5-2. Both teams are playing that formation. You've got Soy Dora Papi in goal, Dol Savita in defence with Ice Shock, To Madeira, P Standel, Team Only Me, Dead Power, Goatman Shack, Abs X7, Lago, and Cooler FX. Cooler, obviously the most notable player out of that team, who's playing in striker today. On the Germany side, then you've got Cruz in goal. What a goalkeeper he is. Maurice Dre in defence with phasing and Zaquality. And you've got Maurice in the middle with Dreschke, D the G, big man. Esmir Boy, Abdul07, Mupino, and RN Jamal JD. So, or Jalama JD. So we've got a lot of new players on the Germany side. Again, we know D the G, of course, Dreschke, players like that, Maurice. These names, Cruz, are familiar. Some new faces in there, though, as there always is when we have a competition here at the PFL. It looks like the players are going in to the game. So we'll have the first game for you here. We're going one leg of 2 games. So we're going to be here basically until about 9:15. So I hope you stay with us and stick with us. But here we go with the first game of the evening then. Norway versus Germany. A very interesting game. The Norwegians currently sitting bottom of the table. A win here could put them above Germany. So all to play for here as we're getting towards the ending goal here. Norway obviously in the white kit. Germany are playing in the dark black kit. Obviously you see Germany running under the digital sports tag, as it probably will be D the G's team. D the G, big manager in the captain in this division, in this league, in the PFL. He's always been present. May have taken some of the comments I made against him last season a bit personally, but, you know, it's not wrong. He did sort of change his entire roster, and it's hard to, you know, stick with them then. But here we go. Bin watch. Standel gets a foul. No, he doesn't. It's a Norwegian player who gets a foul there over on the left-hand side. Bomber to Saitra. He goes long down the line. It's won back by Standel. Skinner takes it forward. He goes towards the edge of the box here. If he can get a cut across, no, Cruz is going to get the save, and he's now going to control the ball. Try and take it forward. Big clearance down the line. And if we look at this now, it's going to be controlled. Mupi has got possession. It goes down to Binwatch. Binwatch towards the net. Cleared away. Germany currently piling on the pressure. Finds it in towards the centre. To Rose Z out for a corner kick. Germany closing in. Early stages of the game, though. Only 10 minutes in, so again, as we know, anything can change at this time. So let's see where we're going to go. It's going to be cleared away. Maurice in goal was a little bit beaten then. Pippo's got possession now. Well, we know Pippo as well. Of course, we know Pippo. I don't know which one Pippo is listed as, though, on the website. D the G looks to go in for a cross. Took a deflection. Might go up for a corner. Standel keeps it in to try and minimise that pressure. Good control from him. Bomba Baba will play it off Mupi's arse and get a goal kick. Now, that's exactly what you need to do in that situation. You know, when you're getting hurt, that is exactly the best way to prevent it and to stop any of that from happening. And they've done that very well there. That's all you can ask for. But, as you see, still in Norway's half, the balls remain there for pretty much 15 minutes. And when you've got Maurice putting a performance like that, in the sense of just barging the players off the way, winning the ball back, like it's, you know, not even a single problem whatsoever. Control, though, still here. It's going to be moved down. Mupi now looks to go through Bomba Baba. Or Bombaba does get control. Abs to dead power. Here we see Norway finally entering the half of the Germans. Cooler FX here on the ball. You want him on the ball if you're a Norwegian player. Pippo does a great job to defend it, though, and clears it down the line. Abs throws it down. Maurice will control. D the G. Toad finds the ball. D the G will win it back, though. D the G, though, being put under pressure there. Nearly lost it. But the Germans progressing forward again. There we go through the middle. Beautiful pass to Mupi. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Plays a sweaty pass to Maurice. And the Germans take the first goal here. Beautiful sweaty pass. He could have went for the shot and risked the goalkeeper making a world-class save. But he said, you know what? I don't care about the stat padding. I'll give it to my teammate Maurice and we'll score the goal. I think there's 2 Maurices on the pitch, actually, which is a common name in Germany, obviously. But it's quite funny to see. Maurice goes again. Postman batting goal. Has to make the save. He was nearly beaten. Fortunately, though, he found it from within to deal with it. Could have been much worse situation. And it's even important to note this is Germany away. Great header as well from Fazings. It's a fantastic corner kick, and the Germans double the lead just minutes later. A beautiful leap, great corner, and into the back of the net. The goalkeeper did not stand a chance. And so far, as we can see here, not going well at all. Now, Germany for free. Ismir Boy, beaten by Skinner. Skinner now trying to find something for the Norwegians. Does well to keep it in, to be fair. Gets a bit of an attack going. Not a great pass at all from whoever that was in the middle. Toad wins it back, plays it back to Madeira. He'll find it to Gustavo, but they don't need to be going back. They need to go forward, and the centre-backs realise that there. They're making some moves now. Skinner back on the ball. Seems to be one of the more lively players on the Norwegian side. He goes back to Dead Power. Dead Power then takes it forward. I like this move here from the Norwegians. They're finding their feet. But again, ball given away sloppily. Maurice there in defence will hoof it to Rosette again. Dead Power has a throw-in in the aggressive area. But again, the Germans win the ball back quickly. No problems. Pippo, the main man in that defensive shape for the German side. Back to Fazings. Fazings, the goal scorer. Obviously, the second goal here. The header from the corner kick. A centre-back build, you can score a corner kick. It's almost like Mr. PG's back in town. D the G to Dreschk. Toad will win it back. Sends it down the right-hand side as well. Cooling out. Can he make the move? Yes, he can. Skinner will overtake it, though. He's down the right-hand side, making a move. Looks to cut in the middle. Will go to Satir, but D the G will win it back. And I think he'll get rid of it. Great skill from D the G. Unbelievable skill to keep the ball going forward for Germany here. Mupi tries to find it onto his left striker, but it will be taken away and won back by the Norwegians, who need to find something here in the first half. If I'm going to back them in a second, cooler effects. They're using the speed to get past that player. Chip pass into the centre. Pippo, though, will win the header. Skinner wins the ball back, though. It's ruled out. Great save from Cruz. It could have been 2-1. Really, really much better, though, from Norway. Skinner doing everything he can there to find a goal for his nationality and his nation, because they know here a win puts them right in the mix, but a loss, they finish bottom. They can't afford to drop points. They need the win. That's in the middle. Headed away from Pippo again. Beautiful header. D the G now. 2v4 on the German side of things. It's dealt with well. Cooler effects from right striker in the midfield, winning the ball back. He's trying to take the team over the line himself. Cooler wins it back here. Great control. Forward to Abs. Abs now needs to find a pass somewhere. Cooler is in the mix, but again, they're playing high balls and they haven't got the height. So it's a questionable strategy. Cooler there just couldn't control it. It goes go out for whatever that was. It's unbelievable. I can't explain how this is happening right now. But, yeah. There you go. And now, it's going to be Cooler. Keeps it in. Tries to play it down. Cooler again. Standel tries to get in there. Maurice will win it back. Bin watch as well. Clear down the line. Maurice goes back. Dreschke is my boy. To Maurice. Maurice now to Mupi. Mupi to D the G. D the G plays it across to Bin watch. Bin watch moving it as well. Back into the middle it goes to Izmir boy. Dreschke. D the G moving it well. Germany here. One more goal puts a nail in the coffin if they can get it before half time as well. And they're going to have a chance to. They're on the byline in the corner now. They go back. They go across. Izmir boy. Mupi tries to find it in. Bomber will clear. The referee will blow as it goes to the halfway line. And we have a game on our hands here. 2-0 to Germany. Any sort of indication would basically tell you that they're going to win this game. But crazier things have happened. And yeah, it could change in a matter of seconds here. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to happen. All we know is that, as it stands, Germany are going through with Portugal. And Norway aren't going to be able to pick up. Well, they've got one more game remaining after this one. Probably against Russia. So if Russia lose, I mean, maybe Norway have one more chance to get clinch third place and get a spot there. But again, you know, you're putting yourself in an awkward situation. Whereas I think they've got the ability to do better in this game. I think the second goal was really sloppy. I think the first goal was a great work goal from the Germans. But to give them the second goal straight after, you know, from a corner, unmarked header, you don't really want to be giving that away. And we've got to challenge that. You know, we can't just say, that's fine, we'll let that happen. Because as soon as we start, you know, accepting that that's acceptable, then, you know, things don't go well at all. So, let's see here. Second half. Second half. The players are all loaded in. Can the Norwegians turn this one around? Can they find themselves, or at least confirm themselves, the third place with a win here, right now? Dead Power, Cooler. Won back by Izmir boy. Great defending from the Germans once again in the midfield. And that's why most of the work's been done by Germany. It has been towards the central midfield positions. Only very, very rarely have we seen the centre-backs have to get involved. I mean, more so towards the end of the first half. But I feel like that once the Germans have gone 2-0 up, they're like, yeah, we can chill now. We don't need to keep this strong attack. We've got the lead. We don't want to try and overcommit our players forward. And exactly that's happened here. And it's obviously worked in their favour. Mupi is on the ball here. Standel does a good job to get himself in the way. It will be Statia to take the ball back. Bin watch to DJ. DJ does well here with skills. Finds D-the-G to Maurice. Ball goes back to postman Pat in goal. Safe hands. Delivers the postage. Can he deliver a good pass? Yes, he can. It's headed down by Abs. Dead Power now down the line. Control. Found by Cooler. Into the middle it goes. Dead Power once more. Bit of time in his hands. Tries to play the whip for the field, but it doesn't work for his favour. Skinner gets the ball back in a dangerous position. Abs to Dead Power. Dead Power needs to find a good pass here. One goal now for Norway. Can change the face of the game. Cooler back to Dead Power. Dead Power to the middle. Abs once gets the shot, but Cruz is playing cruise control here. No problem whatsoever. Gets his hands on the ball and stops the threat again. It looked like a dangerous chance. Dangerous shot. Postman Pat's playing in midfield. What's going on? He does come and get the clearance though, so it won't punish him, but not really what you want to be doing. Sweep your keeper at 56 minutes. But, you know, we did see it. We did see it in the Sweden game. Dead Power, though, goes to Cooler. Over the top it goes now. Header. Won't be found. Toad. Plays it back. Gustavo to Madeira. Finds it to Toad. Good flick to Abs. Abs to Cooler. Cooler to Skinner. Skinner now goes down the line to Seitzer, who finds it to Standel. But again, what can you say? It's defended well, yet again, from the Germans, who are currently having a really easy time breaking it down when it gets to the dangerous plots. That's a great ball, those Abs, who tries to find a cut in. But again, Maurice gets there, clears it away, switches the sides. Wouldn't have been the best option, but Binwatch does get the possession, and he's doing a great job here, the big Baldy. He's going to find that pass into the middle to Izmir Boy. Izmir Boy finds D-the-G. D-the-G down now to DJ. One more goal here, as I've mentioned, for Germany. It's over. Madeira. Oh, he goes back to the keeper. That's a risky pass, but it works out in the end. We're talking 3-on-3 now for the Norwegians. But it's going to be dealt with easily. Phasing's just barging Cooler FX off the ball. Maurice here, looking to take the ball down the line. Binwatch to switch it to Phasings. Now back to Pippo. And it's going to be D-the-G. Chips it up. Cooler wins it back to Abs, to Toad. D-the-G wins it. Great touch by to Madeira. Abs making the move as well. Finds it to Toad. Toad to Sater. Sater to Cooler. Cooler shoots. Saved again. Cruz has had 3 saves to make. And every time it's been asked of him, he's been able to get success. I'm unsure of what Norway can do here. They've actually had more shots. They've been the team with the most shots, but again, they're struggling because the goalkeeper now is keeping Germany on a clean sheet. 72 minutes, time running out here. Norway doesn't look like they're going to find anything. Even if they find 2 goals, it's only a draw. They need a win. Even though it's still mathematically doable, they could do with a win. And I think if they started how they played in the second half, it'd be a different game. You know, it's been a lot better this second half, and since they went 2-0 down in the 25th minute, you know, they pulled it back together. But it's too late at that point. You know, you've got to start like that at 0-0. You've got to start the game that sharp, because if you just give the Germans that chance, the opportunity to get a free header or to get a nice pass, put a player in 101 early doors, then you're giving yourself a hard task. It's an uphill battle. You know, you're playing against an experienced manager in D-the-G. You don't really want to be making that risk. And, you know, Cooler FX is also up there with experience. But, however, you know, when you drop 2 goals down, it's so much easier to manage that situation and control it. Game management. Here we are at 80 minutes now. The Norwegians not giving up, and you've got to give credit to them. They're powering on. They're trying their best to find something. But the Germans are just doing so well defending, to the point where I think eventually you're going to see them get a third goal based on the Norwegians throwing themselves forward. And there you go, 1-on-1 Maurice with the goalie. Goalkeeper does a good job this time, Postman Pat. Maurice doesn't return the favour of the 1-2, the sweaty pass to his teammate. Maurice is a greedy bastard. Make sure we note that down. Maurice was greedy. He could have played the pass, the sweaty pass, as his teammate did before for the first goal. But he said, no, I see stats. He wants man of the match. However, it does go out for a corner. Postman Pat stands because it's ground. But there you go, second header. The other Maurice. Maurice, the centre-back, scores. That's both centre-backs on the score sheet for Germany. Poor set-piece defending from Norway twice in a row now, and that's really changed the game. That's going to be game over. There's no way Norway come back from this now. GG. They may be able to steer the ship in the right direction if they can beat Russia and get themselves into third place with 5 points, but that might not be enough to get them a qualification into the knockout bracket. So this might be the last we see of Norway in this competition. Can they go out with a bang? Skinner's been good. Cool has been good. I've felt there's been a couple of players. Standal's been okay. Pat's not really had much to blame, I'd say. It's mainly the marking. But, you know, Pippo, obviously, he's been great. Cruz is probably my man of the match for Germany. He's made about 4 saves, really good saves. Been on the ball. Really clever play. But DDG's been involved in all the link-up play. You know, you've had a lot of great performances here from Germany. That's a great ball forward. Finally, something. Dead Power probably could have been greedy there. Tries to not be greedy and may have just shot himself in the foot with that decision-making as it goes out here for a throw. 89 minutes now. We're just ticking down the clock until eventually, you know, the referee pulls the plug on the game. 1 minute plus. 3-0 the score. It doesn't look like that's going to change, to be honest. As Fazings puts it into row Z. Referee will blow the whistle. 3-0 to Germany. And they will probably... Well, they will definitely be going to the knockout stages. So, as I say, absolutely unreal. But what we're going to do is we're going to throw to a short break. We might catch the end of another game with Portugal against Russia. So what I will do is I will, as I say, we'll throw to a quick break and then I'll get that game set up and see if we can catch some minutes. So I'll see you just in a second. The next game will be happening at about 9 o'clock in about 10 minutes time, and that'll be Portugal versus Germany. So we get to see the Germans play again. Can they beat the opponent in Portugal? They're probably one of the favourites to win this tournament. I don't know. Find out soon. Be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PFL. We're here with the end of the Portugal-Russia game. As you can see, 0-0. So, based on that information, if it stays 0-0 and it ends with a point, it's going to be really tough for Norway to find a way back. I mean, I think it's impossible, to be honest. Now, Norway would have to beat Russia about 5-0. Okay? Now, maybe I mean, as you can see, this is also Portugal home server, by the way. So put that into perspective. This is Portugal playing home, and they're not winning. So that just says a lot. And look at the players. You've got Nogs, you've got Nasha. I wonder who else is on this team. Johnny's having to play. Creativo. Who's this? Troyer. Fabian. I mean, this team is absolutely nuts. This team is nuts. All I've seen since I've opened up this game and I've been watching is just shot after shot after shot, and it's honestly it's unbelievable. How much it's actually happened. But here we go. Here's KRS Looker in goal. Now, if Russia win this game, then they are probably definitely going to be in the knockout bracket. Every point here matters for them. They can finish on 8 points, to be honest. If they can draw this and then win the next game against the Norwegians. Brecht is playing. I mean, this team, I don't know who that name is. Troyer there. Bernis Johnny finds it across. Here's Brecha. Goes back to Gonzalo. I mean, this team is absolutely nuts. And obviously, I met a lot of these players. Pretty much the majority of them are family cow at the time I met them, to be honest. Obviously, now it's changed a little bit. Mr. Blobby's, he's a unique name. I wonder who they have in goal. But 85 minutes in, we're here, and we can see the actual. Oh, so it's Gui in goal. Oh, they've scored. It's offside. Wow, that'd have changed a lot. So we've got Fabian Alves, Nasha, Johnny, NGK, Creativo, Noguera, Brecha, Gonzalo, Troyer, and Gui. I mean, that is an absolutely ridiculous team. Ridiculous team. It is the official VPG Liga Portugal team. So that they are unbelievable. I mean, so that means who's Blobby? Who's Blobby on that list? Breccianelli scored with a header. Alves is there. I assume that's the guy up forward. Maybe it's NGK. No, NGK's in there. So who is it? Noguera? No. We've got Fabian. We've got Nature. We've got Bernistroni. I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know who it is. Mr. Blobby. I don't know who Mr. Blobby is. That's Gui, though. There he is. The man, the myth. But that's going to be a draw. Portugal draw with Russia, and that's a fantastic result for Russia. Getting a draw in that game. So now we are going towards our main event, which will be Portugal versus Germany, happening very, very shortly. I need to run the toilet. So what I'm going to do, throw back the music, throw on the quick break. When we're back, we'll have the final game of the evening. The final game of this group, really, will be Portugal versus Germany to see who tops that group. It looks like it'll be Portugal, but you never know. Germany might steal it away on goal difference, but it'll take a lot of goals, and I don't think that's going to happen. But we're back very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere, folks. See you soon. I'm just going to run to the toilet, and I'll be as fast as I can. See you soon, guys. And we are back with the final. No, we're not back with the final because it was a crash, as always happens with this. What I was trying to do is I was trying to get ready with the next game, so that's changed. I was trying to get the Russia game on as well because, you know, I want to watch both at the same time because the Russia game has, you know, a few things that can change. So let's see. Who is the Russia dude? Cooler. I don't think Cooler's live, to be honest. Nope, he isn't. It's not his live day today. Let's see. I'm trying to... where? Ah, here. They're going against the Russians. I don't know if they're going right now. I'm going to keep that up. Yeah, they are. They're going against the Russians. Krasnodar Ace MZ Foot. Well, they're lobbying again. So, the winner of this group will get the best seed, obviously. Now, Portugal currently so far been untouchable. France been untouchable. Let's see if Germany are going to be the team to take down the Portuguese. Oh, Portugal have to play against Russia again. On Russia servers. So Russia really here can win the group. If something crazy happens, Russia can actually win this group. Wouldn't that be a crazy story? That would be unbelievable. A real turn of events. Real turn of events. But here we go. The game has yet again begun. Let's see what happens here. Let's see who will be current top of the group. We have the Portugal playing in the home Portuguese kit, the lovely red and green. Flicked in there, headed away by Maurice. The Germans here will have to be a little bit more clicked on if they want to beat this team of Portugal. But here we go, D the G looks to play a nice ball. Tadzik gets in the way, gets that defensive touch. Nogs now plays it onto Nation. Asia into the middle of Tadzik. Tadzik goes back towards Nogs. Nogs now to Nation. Asia to Johnny. Johnny to Fabian, to Mr. Blobby, to Tadzik. Tadzik back to Nogs. Nogs now to Nation. Asia to Johnny. Moving it well here, Portugal, but to quality gets it back. T the G tries to get it started now for the Germans. Mapinho tried to make a run, but Breccia gets in there with an interception. Zinni now to Nogs. Nogs making the run forward to Fabian. Berners, Johnny. Maurice intercepts. Down the line it goes. Headed one by Candias. Now Maurice. Deaton and Zinni and Nogs take it over. Here's Nasha. Back to Nogs. Nogs now to Fabian. Fabian tries to flick it into Mr. Blobby. Fackings will get the clearance away. The header won by Mapinho here. Sets off DJ Lamar, but Candias will get the touch back towards Nogs. Nogs now making that move down the line. Here is Candias. Mr. Blobby throws it in. Headed by Maurice. Transic wins it over. Wins it over and then sends it down the line. Look at that pass. Beautiful speed for Berners Johnny to run onto. Finds it now to Tadzik with a great touch into the middle of Fabian. Fabian with a great shot. Cruz again standing strong. The main man. The big goalkeeper. He made 3 great saves in the previous game against Norway. He's made 1 already here in the first 10 minutes against Portugal. But now, corner kick. It's coming in. Fabian towards the back post. Headed away. But now won again by Tadzik. Flicks it towards the middle. Headed in by Candias. Headed away by the defence. Maurice will put it into the crowd. Probably had a little bit more time there, Maurice, to do something with the ball. However, chooses against it instead. Nasha to Nogs. Nogs to Johnny. Johnny flicks it up, tries to find a shot. Mr. Blobby tries to find a shot. Abdul here now in defence to clear it away. One back by Mapinho. Nogs puts it out for a throw. Germans hanging on so far. Portuguese on home servers as well, hence why the flow is going as it is. D the G on the run now for the Germans. He's making that run down the pitch look easy. Finds it into the middle, drags it back. Here's my boy. Maurice to Mapinho! Great shot, Edu Martins now in goal. Just about gets the touch out. Very close indeed to being dangerous. However, Edu, who was the actual, I think he was the OG keeper. I can't remember who came first. Was it Edu or Gui? But I always remember Edu from years ago playing for Famalicão. He gets in there for Portugal, and he gets a glove on it for his country. Tazic now through the middle. Naisha goes down the line for Mr. Blobby. Back to Naisha. Naisha can't get any further. Quality gets rid of it. Heads away. Maurice wins it. Noggs takes it away. Now down to Tazic. Tazic goes across. His boy gets a great stop on it there now. D the G. It's cleared out for a throw-in. Now, needs a pass here. It's found. Dreschke gets there. Facings to Maurice. Maurice goes back. Facings is there. Needs to be passed along. Maurice. Taken off the ball. Naisha does get in there. Breccia goes back to Gonzalo. He'll play it across now to Candias. Fazic. Fabian. Moving it well. Berners Johnny. Goes down the line to Zinni. To Breccia. Moving the ball well here, Portugal. Not messing around. Over the top ball. Tries to get a flick on. Maurice gets a good header away. The Germans, as I say, they've maybe grown into this game a little bit more as time goes along. Opposite of last game where they were 2-0 up by this moment. One with a corner and one with an early breakaway with the striker. Zinni on the throw-in. D the G to clear. D the G now to the left-hand side. Mapino, it's 4-on-3 here. It's 5-on-4. But not going to be found. And Candias puts it to the crowd. D the G to Maurice. Breccia intercepted. Naisha throws it down the line. Johnny will lose the ball there. Equality will take it. Phasing. Switches the play. It's going to be back and forward though. There's Equality back on the ball. Playing long-winded passes here. Fabian gets in there with an interception. Naisha tries to go through the middle. Dreschke gets the touch. Now it's going to be possession now for Germany. They're on the attack here. In the other game, Russia are 1-0 up against Norway. So as it stands, Norway are finishing bottom of the group. And Russia have a very good chance of well, they will probably qualify if they win that game. They've still got another one to go as well. Against Portugal. If they get a win against Portugal, 6 points, 11, they could actually win the group if this game ends a draw. Oh no, they either will win the group, even if Digital Sport, if Germany win this and Russia win the next 2 games, Russia top the group. That is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But here we go. Goalkeeper will catch it. Cruz. To Maurice. To Equality. Dreschke now with a big long ball to the right-hand side. It might make it there. Here's Equality. To Phasings. To Dreschke. Down the line. Chance to shoot now. I'm struggling to find it though. I mean, both teams are having these opportunities and breakaways, but not being able to find a shot. Here's Portugal though to try and change that. Zinni. Equality does a really good job. Half time, literally around the corner. Last attack territory here. It's cleared away temporarily. Naisha tries to find Noggs. Noggs to Johnny. Maurice though will clear that one, and half time will be blown. Now then, here we go. Half time, 0-0. This could be an exciting time. Let's see what happens here in this game. I mean, again, the group will change based on everything here. I mean, the team of the season for March was Alves was in it, D the G was in it, Warren was in it for France, Polga was in it for France, JMD for Denmark, Elias for France, Frame Mogging for Wales, Glass Cleaner for Wales, Twanzi for Wales, Yazoo Fan for Wales, Latov for France. No one Portuguese player in that lineup in team of the week. Unbelievable. But here we go. D the G down the line. Izmir boy. Ooh, outside of the boot, forward ball. Trying to play the long ball side of things, this Germany side. Didn't work this time, but maybe it gets it through another time. Brecha. Tenacia. One back, though, by Germany. As we approach the 50th minute here in this final game of the evening. It's going amazingly well. Brecha to Tazic. Tazic now to Fabian. To Mr. Blobby. Back to Tazic. He'll go over the top. Goalkeeper will win the ball. Launches it down the line. Germany are the team knocking on the door more now. Abdul gets a great interception. D the G there as well. I think they've got used to the ping. And when you get used to the ping and used to the gameplay, it usually sits better with them. And if they can find the 3 points, as I say, it'll be a big shock. But it gives Russia a look in. And as I say, I never thought I'd be saying that, but Russia still 1-0 up here. 3 points going to them. D the G. I mean, even if this game with Portugal and Sports to draw, it's still possible for what we said to happen. Although Russia are -4 on goal difference, so maybe not. Maybe not. Fazing goes to Maurice. Back to Phasings. It's going to be out for a throw in that one. Brecha. It's on the end of it. 56 minutes gone. Still time left here for changes to happen. Maurice to D the G. It's to Dreschka. Goes forward. Won by DJ. Izmir goes to the right hand side to Abdul. Abdul to DJ. Moving it round well here, Germany. Abdul to Mapino. Cuts inside. Looks to the shot. Great interception. And now Portugal are on the counter. Bernice Johnny Nacia. It's 4-on-3 again here now. Fabian to Tazic. Tazic to Fabian. Fabian back to Tazic. Tazic now to Nacia. Who finds Mr. Blobby. Who finds Fabian. But, oh, I thought he shot in his own goal. Phasings there. Puts it out for a corner. Rose heads it. Maybe a bit of panic involved. Gives a corner kick now and a chance for a set-piece goal for Portugal. We've seen Digital Sports. Sorry, not Digital Sports. Germany scored 2 of these goals. Header comes in! Oh, just over the bar from Brecha. I thought it was underneath the crossbar and it was in. 30 minutes remain in the game. Let's see who, if anyone, will be the team to take the next step and find the goal. At the moment, it's a very slow game. As far as that's concerned. Goes down the line here, though, for Maurice. Going to play it back to Di Gilarma Jr. Dreschka now. Finds it to Maurice, to Mapino. One back by Nogs. Nation now is on the end of it as well. Big clearance down the line. Dreschka. Brecha will get there. And Tazic. And Bernice Johnny. Shot from Fabian maybe as he gets into the box. No, cleared away by Izmir. Rose headed again. Not taking any chances of trying to pass the ball out. They just want it gone. Now then, Johnny. Zinni on the end of it. Johnny there again. Goes back to Nogs. Nogs to Tazic. To Fabian. Phasings gets a block in there in the centre. We're approaching 70 minutes. Portugal are growing with pressure. But that's a great interception. D the G on the ball here. Finds it to his striker. That's a great through ball down the line. For Mapino to get onto. And Mapino's trying to find a shot. Not going to be able to do so though. Brecha will clear. Fabian. To Nogs. Nogs goes down the line to Tazic. To Nacia. To Bernice Johnny. To Fabian. To Tazic. Tazic again. Abdul will get the interception. Here's my boy, Maurice. Moving the ball around well, Germany now. Around the back. Switch the play. Still just playing the ball around, getting possession, looking for a breakthrough. Patience. They're happy with a draw against Portugal, and I would be too if I was Germany. There's no problems with a draw. They've already got the points tally high enough. The Germans, 7 should be enough to qualify them third, even if Russia do go ahead. Russia now 2 goals above their opponents here. Norway. So I think, as far as it goes, Norway are 100% out. Russians now on 8 points. Digital Sports, sorry, no, not Digital Sports, Germany on, I believe it's 7. So, yeah, it's a very close group A. It's ended really close between Russia, Germany, and it's not ended yet either, Portugal. Results can change this game. If we see a Germany win here and a Russia win, we will have a situation where you've got 11 points, 10 points, 10 points. That'd be unbelievable. What a group that'll have been. You're going to have a team who's going to qualify in third place with 10 points. Now, that is unbelievable. That's a foul. Definitely a yellow card. In some cases, could be argued to be a red. Took the legs right off the man. Cross coming in. Whoa, it's a great shot as well off the crossbar. Goalkeeper will make the save. Goes down. It's a quality. Maurice. Won back by Zini. Nasha on the end of it as well. Tazic as well. Through to Fabian, who's looking to go. Roulette. Gets a great goal. Fabian, that is absolutely unbelievable. Wow. Maybe the goal of the night. Well, definitely the goal of the night. Maybe the goal of the tournament. I mean, that is unbelievable from Fabian. Roulette right, roulette left, bang, top right corner. Cruz had no chance, and now that changes things. I mean, if Portugal have that result, they win the group. However, for Digital Sports, if they can't find a goal here, which they might do, with the way they're attacking, they always seem to go for the height, though, rather than cutting and trying to use skill. And this could be 2-0 here. This could be game over if Portugal can end it here. Johnny flicks it back to Nasha. Nasha finds it one-on-one, Fabian. There you go, 2-0. Bang. Portugal, that's how they do business. Beautiful stuff from them. They will win the group on 13 points. Now Russia are going to overtake Germany as well. Russia are second. Germany fall into third. I think 7 points should still get them through and qualify them. However, again, it's a lot more difficult than they needed it to be. A lot more difficult than they needed it to be. As it goes down the line here, Berners Johnny will switch the ball. The referee's about to blow. Fabian might have a hat-trick. Fabian. Oh, he took it a little bit too long there. Maybe he should have shot straight away, but there we go. Game over. 2-0 Portugal. They win the group. They top their group. It could have been so many different ways. I thought the Germans played well for maybe 80 minutes of that game. As soon as they go 1-0 down, they overcommit and they lose the attack. However, that's a fantastic day. Next week, we do have round of 16. There's obviously one more game left to go in this group, which will be the Germans against the Russians. The Russians versus the Portuguese. If Russia get a win there, that puts them on to 11 points. The Portuguese still win the group overall, but that would be an impressive 3 wins for Russia. That'd be very good to see for them. The Germans will go in. Unfortunately, Norway have lost 4 games and drew 2, so they will be out of the competition. Next week will be round of 16 next Saturday, so stick around for that one, guys, and we'll get that all released and announced when it's ready. Probably 2 or 3 games again next week in the round of 16 stages. The knockout stages already, and we'll have a look at the groups and who's qualified at the beginning of that stream. But a big thank you for watching. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you all again very, very shortly. I've been Ped, and this has been the PFL. Massive thank you to Moe for keeping me back on, and a massive thank you to you guys for watching. We'll see you again next week for round of 16. See you later, guys.
Your lost cause, damn.
Fucking hell. Windcraft.
Windcraft, mate.
Why does this guy put on an accent?
Because it's got an expansion.
Guys,
Cast.
I'm just saying we have 4 people for flex.